you will be taking today on the intellectual principles of happiness. So, my question is I don't know how far mind or intellect plays a role in happiness because earlier we used to know that a compassionate heart plays a role in happiness. But today, since we are talking about intellect, it would be interesting to know how it impacts our happiness. So, could you please shed some light on this?
Well, indeed, very good question. I welcome your question, Nidhi. And the same thing that you asked was moggling my mind earlier. I was in a state of confusion that, heart does play a role, like compassionate heart plays a good role in getting you happiness. But what is the role of mind? Then I got the answer. Okay, I read the thoughts of Socrates, and he was able to, you know, throw some light on this, and I got fully convinced on that. Let me first try to explain what do we mean by happiness. Okay, the happiness that we are talking in our 6 months values-based course is, happiness which is internal, inside, within, happiness which is flexible, and happiness which is controllable also, and happiness which is obtainable, happiness which is understandable, and happiness which is teachable. So this is the premise of my discussion, that we move on from here, that this is actually we mean by happiness. Now, the role of intellect, as I'm talking today, the intellectual principles of happiness. Intellectual, if you dissect this word, intellectual, it is in plus tell plus actual. You're telling yourself the factual, the facts, the actual, and that is knowledge. That is intellectual. So a healthy mind, an enlightened mind is equally necessary for obtaining happiness. That is my contention in today's discussion. And with the help of a great wizard, Socrates. So, Socrates says that the only good is knowledge. What he says? The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. So you can imagine the role of knowledge. So it is the only good, according to Socrates. And knowledge is something that actualizes action. And good knowledge or right knowledge, right action. What it says? That knowledge actualizes action. Whatever we do is on the basis of knowledge. And a right kind of knowledge actualizes right action. Well, Nidhi, before Socrates, say about 420 BC or something, the philosophy was mainly concerned with metaphysical questions, like why this earth is, set up like this or stay up like this, okay? And, whether this world is comprised of one substance or many substances, etc. But it was Socrates who tried to explain the best way of living. What is the best way of life? And he also explained that why one needs to be moral, despite the fact that some immoral persons benefit more. But then why? Why one should be moral? This has been answered by him. And then also, he says that is happiness satisfying our desire, or it is just a virtuous action? All these important queries Socrates answers. So, this is the basis of our discussion. And the chief idea of Socrates is that happiness is obtainable by human efforts. And that is what we are trying in our 6 months values based course. I think Socrates' thoughts are the pillars, is a backbone of our entire syllabus, which is trying to resolve all our fundamental queries.
There's another question, sir, if you would permit.
Please go ahead.
So, intellect has something to do with inquisitiveness and curiosity. So, have you done some empirical research on how curiosity influences happiness?
Yes. Yet another good question, Nidhi. Well, my own research confirms that curiosity, empirical learning or experiential learning, and openness, they are associated with high measures of happiness and well-being. You know, those who are high on these traits, like openness, curiosity, experiential learning, etc., they feel more positive, more optimistic, and more empathetic in all their relationships. And I have found that such people who are having such qualities of openness, curiosity, creativity, and all these things, these people are one who are highly imaginative, highly insightful, highly inventive, and they have appreciation for, say, cooking or gardening or something like that. Okay, or visiting a new place, a strange place. Okay, all these things would enhance your ability to create and ability to think. Yeah, Nidhi, I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, sir, you've answered my question. Thank you so much. There is another question, sir. Sir, you have talked about Socrates. So, would you be able to precisely say what Socrates recommended for happiness?
Well, I have, tremendous regard for Socrates. And let me tell you, Nidhi, Socrates was a very ugly person, most unattractive. But, or Ashwatthama. I mean, all these people who are ugly, but from inside, they are very beautiful, very beautiful. So I'll tell you a small story that, he used to look into the mirror. And then a friend of his, he came in between and he laughed at him. Then Socrates says that, okay, I know why you laughed at me. But let me tell you, I keep looking into the mirror so as to purify my soul so much that my ugliness is covered up. I do some good work to compensate my ugliness. Then the friend says, then do you mean that those who are beautiful, they do not need to do some good work. Oh, no, no, that I don't mean that. Rather, those who are blessed with good looks, who are blessed with beauty, they are obliged to do more in order to compensate, in order to give back, you know, for what they have got. So, he says that beautiful people are not always good, but good people are always beautiful. So he strongly believed in beauty inside, beauty of the soul, which is so important. And then he recommends that you need to, educate, rationally control your desires. Desires, unending desire. And when we know that desires are not to be finished, one desire gives, birth to the other desire. Still, we are after fulfilling desire instead of, rationally controlling our desires. That is what Socrates says. And he recommends that we need to gain control over our desires, and we need to harmonize our different parts of soul. Different parts of souls are, like reason, your spirit, your appetite. These are the different parts of your soul. And then he concludes that all humans naturally desire happiness. And since all our activities, the goal of all our activities are always happiness, therefore happiness is an unconditional good. What he says? He says happiness is an unconditional good. Knowledge is a good. He defines it. But you can imagine, knowledge is not unconditional good, but happiness is unconditional good. Okay. Then this was the first thing that he recommended. That, and the second, he says that education of desires, where soul learns how to, redirect your focus away from, the physical pleasures, to love for knowledge and virtues. See how beautifully he has explained that what we know, we need to educate our desires, and so that we shift our focus from physical pleasures to the love for, knowledge, love for the virtues. And then third thing that he has, emphasized, that happiness and virtues are intricately, connected. You cannot imagine of happiness without virtues or virtues without happiness. So they intrinsically, they are, dependent upon each other. And then he says that, you must have faith that happiness is, obtainable, and happiness is understandable, and happiness is teachable. Okay. And similarly, he says that, it is the use of the resources, the money, the facilities, the possessions that determine happiness, not money as such. Whether money has been used wisely or not, whether material has been used wisely or not, that will determine happiness. Okay. Like, he says that even this applies to good looks. I mean, you are very handsome. Maybe you misuse your physical fitness. And he has given examples like if you are very intelligent also, if your intelligence is not rightly used, properly used, you can be a dreaded criminal, a terrorist. You have used your intelligence in in that in that regard. So I mean, I have the entire thesis of Socrates with regard to happiness. I have coined one vowel for you for your convenience, so that even while you are having idle time, you can think over it. It is AEIOU vowels, okay, and you can imagine without vowels you cannot make a meaningful sentence, and therefore a meaningful sentence for life also. What are they? Whatever I have explained. A is you must know that all humans naturally desire happiness, and okay, this is one thing. And E is educate your desires. E stands for educating your desires. I is intricate relationship between happiness and virtues. Both are interrelated, interdependent. Okay. And O is the happiness is obtainable, is understandable, and it is teachable. And the last letter is U, that use of money or use of material facility or all such things will determine happiness, not those things as such. If they are misused, that will not lead to happiness. Okay, and we know that really what really we mean by happiness. Happiness is something which is internal satisfaction, deep satisfaction you cannot have if you are misusing your your qualities or your blessings. And something which is flexible and something which is sustainable long term. It's not a kind of joy we are talking about. We are talking about real happiness, authentic happiness, a lasting happiness, a values based happiness. And that is what Socrates had talked about. Okay, so this last vowel, you kindly remember and reflect on it. That will get you a long term happiness. Practice those things. Thank you, Nidhi.
Thank you so much, sir. That was such a well thought out and elaborate answer to the question. Last question that I would wish to ask you, sir, is you just in your answer, you had said that Socrates was not a beautiful person. I mean, beautiful means he was very ugly. He was not pleasant for the eyes. So, but we have also known that he was he was able to easily influence, or he could mold people into the way that he wanted. So how was it possible? Like, if someone is not good looking, so someone would not like to speak to that person. So how was he able to convince the people to listen to his views, to listen to his philosophies?
Well, Nidhi, we need to understand one thing, that with the help of intellect, with the help of his healthy mind, he was able to connect to the heart of the people. Okay, that is why he used to talk about the beauty lies within. Okay, not outside. He talks about soul, all internal things. Okay, which used to impress, which used to have a lot of impact upon the youth. That yes, we are unnecessary, bothered about external things, but the treasure lies within. And this is a great revelation and a matter of great satisfaction to all the aspirants of happiness. If they try to convince them that they don't have to run around. It is very much within. They have to understand it properly. And then they will realize that, yes, Socrates was right. So youth, you know, youth is a stage when you are very heartful, and then you appreciate such things. So that proves the point that, at young age, you are more amenable and you are more impactful. So people generally say that, they used to connect with his eyes. His eyeball had some kind of attraction through which, students used to connect to him. That's what I know about him.
Thank you so much, sir, for this healthy discussion that we had on intellectual principles of happiness. And from your discussion, I'm sure the participants would also like to raise a few queries if they have. So if any of our participants would like to seek any answers to their queries, they can unmute themselves and get their queries sorted from our resource person.
I think they need to take some time to think over all these things, whatever I have said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is wonderful, but they must know that this lecture I have given on intellectual principle part 1. Again, I will take up intellectual principles of happiness part 2. Okay. There again, I will discuss some philosophers, okay, who have tried to explain how values, virtues, etc., lead to happiness. Okay, that is my point of contention, and I would like to elaborate on that. Okay, so I mean, in my next class, I hope my students who are, but then you have to, be active. You have to be active listener, and you have to respond to the questions. Yeah, Preeti wants to. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good
So just
afternoon.
one thing, sir. Based on our discussion or whatever you said, does it also mean that there is some relationship between IQ and happiness? Like some relationship, like lower IQ people will be less happier or something like that? Or can we correlate these two things, higher IQ, less or more happiness, however?
Why not? A pretty wonderful point that you have raised. You see, IQ means a person who has intelligence, lot of intelligence. Now, that is what we just now said, that you have to redirect, you have to refocus your intelligence. Okay, a person who is equipped with intelligence, if he applies his intelligence to all these things, he would be able to grasp better, of course. So mind has definitely a good role. Okay, you can discover. I mean, and every such mind is, questioning mind, is very curious, is not worth living. This is his statement. Unexamined or unexplored life is not what you need to examine. Every values, okay, that you have, whether it is true, how far it is true, and you have to experiment it. That's why I have told you that curiosity and experiencing, learning, and openness. Yet these three words, I mean, I was called CEO. You are the CEO of your body. Okay, so kindly use these, three things. That is creativity or curiosity, and openness, and experiential learning. Together will create heaven for you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Manjul wants to say something.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
हेलो
Yes, please go ahead.
सर, जैसा अभी हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, इंटेलेक्ट की बात कर रहे हैं हैप्पीनेस के लिए, निधि मैम ने भी कहा कि आईक्यू और हैप्पीनेस का रिलेशनशिप सर ये हम आपसे पूछना चाह रहे थे कि जैसे हैप्पीनेस है, ये इमोशनल मैटर ज्यादा है, ये इमोशनल क्वेश्चन से ज्यादा रिलेटेड होगा या आईक्यू से? और हम लोग तो जो कोर्स ये कर रहे हैं, डिस्कस ये कर रहे हैं स्पिरिचुअल बेसिस ऑफ हैप्पीनेस, तो मुझे लगता है स्पिरिचुअल क्वेश्चन से ज्यादा रिलेटेड होगा। तो इस पे भी स्टडीज कुछ हुई है क्या?
वेल स्टडीज की बात नहीं है अभी। प्रीति ने बहुत अच्छा सवाल किया। यू नो, आईक्यू जो है उसको कहते हैं डिस्कवरिंग माइंड, जो जो कि इनोवेटिव माइंड है ना, इमेजिनेटिव माइंड को कहते हैं आईक्यू। ओके, तो आईक्यू आपका चाहे स्पिरिचुअलिटी की दिशा में जाए, वहां पर खोज करे, अनुसंधान करे, या इमोशंस को, फीलिंग्स को, ठीक है, बिहेवियर को एनालाइज करे। तो इन चीजों को तो एनालाइज करना पड़ेगा ना, रिलेशनशिप्स के बारे में चाहे किसी के बारे में। तो आईक्यू तो बहुत जरूरी है ही किसी भी दिशा के लिए, किसी दिशा में कोई अच्छी चीज जानकारी लेने के लिए, कुछ आपको जो है सो अच्छी बात बताने के लिए। तो माइंड तो आपका हर चीज में काम आता ही है। हाउ कैन यू अंडरमाइन द रोल ऑफ माइंड? एंड यू नो, माइंड, आप स्पिरिचुअलिटी की बात करते हैं, ये मेडिटेशन और माइंडफुलनेस, ये दीज आर द टू पावरफुल टूल्स ऑफ स्पिरिचुअलिटी। माइंडफुलनेस एंड मेडिटेशन, इन दोनों में भी आपके आईक्यू, आपके माइंड का रोल है। सो आई मीन माइंड एंड हार्ट, माइंड खोजता है, हार्ट उसके पीछे चलता है। हार्ट माइंड को सही रास्ता दिखाता है कि तुम अपने माइंड का दुरुपयोग ना करो, क्रिमिनल मत बन जाओ अपने इंटेलिजेंस को लेकर के। आपको अपनी ब्यूटी को लेकर के आपको भ्रम नहीं हो जाना चाहिए किसी तरह का कि हम बहुत बड़े चीज हैं। हार्ट उसको बताता है, इमोशन उसको बताता है कि नो, वी ऑल आर ह्यूमन, आर सेम, and you should not be very proud of of all these things.
Thank you.
Okay, any other question or suggestion? I mean, all these I consider good suggestions. अच्छी बात है, मैंने भी ऐसे ही कोशिश की है लोग चीजों को सीखने की। माधुश्री wants to ask something. Madhushri, you are muted. Unmute yourself. Madhushri is unable to unmute. Nidhi, see in the chat box, she wants to say something.
Yes, sir. Madhushri ma'am, now you can unmute yourself. I have given you the permission rights. Madhushri ma'am, can you hear me? You have to unmute your mic.
No, or she can raise question in the chat box. So they were not very successful after some time. Initially, okay, very high IQ. They got very good jobs. But later on, it was found that they were not very successful leaders, okay, because they didn't have this emotional intelligence, okay, or say emotional quotient, they were not very high. So a balance is required, okay. And you know, a wonderful thing, you know, I was doing a course under Laurie Santos. Laurie Santos is a professor of happiness, positive psychology, in University of Yale. And then there she uses a word, miswanting. Miswanting. We actually don't know what will give us happiness. Okay, sometimes we think money will give us happiness. Sometimes we think that good education will give me happiness. Sometimes we think good marriage will give me happiness. But when we do all these things, then we realize that no, it is not giving me that kind of happiness that I expected. And then perhaps they try out something else. And then they realize that being kind to others is giving them more happiness. And that is why many people quitting the high IS jobs and joining NGO. Okay, and they say that they are very happy here. So miswanting. Generally, we are victim of this particular aspect. We have to be very careful. Okay, so that is what even Socrates says, that we need to educate our desires. Okay, that only physical pleasure will not give them all amenities, facilities, money, material. Along with that, they need something else. Okay.
Yes, sir. So I think balance of EQ, IQ, everything is required. Yeah.
A holistic approach.
Yes, sir.
Approach.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
very good. Manisha wants to ask something.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir,
Good evening.
Sir, I just wanted to add one thing, like being like a person who has a very high IQ, like doesn't means na that he's also capable to like make a balance between the life skills. That's why the clashes actually occurs between balancing the life skills, like how to remain happy or with their intelligence or with their wisdom. So I just wanted to add just one thing.
Very good, Manisha. Let me tell you that you have reached a stage where when you are able to add something, contribute something, rather than only questioning. Okay? So this is an achievement. You should be happy about it. And that is what I want. That is what actually even Preeti tried to add something. Okay, together we are trying to learn something. So, that is collaborative effort is required. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, I really welcome such a kind of approach. And I wish that even in future, you come out with your thoughts, which is not less valuable. Okay, not less valuable at all. Okay.
Yeah, actually, sir, I was literally dying to take active participation, like more than your expectations in this class. But due to my PhD submission procedure, which is going on right now, I'm actually stuck. And seriously, like daily, I have to run here and there. You can understand my situation. That's it. Otherwise, definitely I will think like something something like very very you can say kuch naya, sir. I will definitely try to add something very new, sir, in upcoming classes.
Manisha, even you are able to do your PhD because of happiness. Okay.
And sir, and one one important thing I would like to share with you. It's very personal, sir. In my batch, I am only the person with like God grace and with the blessings of elder ones like you, like I'm able to complete within 3 years.
Okay, if a person is struggling from some disease, and you have empathy for that person, and you take that person to the hospital, and then there you come to know of the problem, so that gives you a lot of relief that you could be of some help to some other person, and that too because your IQ was very high. So I mean, IQ plays a very important role. The only thing is that it should be directed towards wiser manner. Okay, for the betterment of others, not for the destruction of others. Because even those who are criminals, they are very high on IQ, very high, very difficult to catch them. Okay. So these are the things. Okay, together we need to solve the problem. Only IQ will not do, and that is why there is a word like emotional intelligence, EI. EI is very important. Yeah, Nitinji wants to say something. Yeah, Nitin.
सर नमस्ते.
नमस्ते
जी सर
आपके थॉट्स को सुने हुए बहुत दिन हो गया.
जी सर. थैंक यू सर. सर एक अभी मैं रिसर्च पेपर लिख रहा हूँ मेडिटेशन एंड माइंडफुलनेस इंटरवेंशन के ऊपर.
अच्छा.
तो उसमें मतलब ये है कि जो हम हमारे 7 चक्रा हैं, 7 चक्रास होते हैं, वो मैनेजमेंट को कैसे हेल्प कर सकते हैं, मैनेजमेंट स्ट्रेटेजिक अलायंस के लिए, डिसीजन मेकिंग के लिए। तो जो हमारी कॉस्मिक एनर्जी है वो मैनेजमेंट एनर्जी को कैसे मतलब हेल्प कर सकती है, उसके ऊपर मैं कुछ काम कर रहा हूँ सर। तो एक निवेदन था कि सर आपसे या आप जैसे और भी जो लोग हैं जो मतलब एक हायर पोस्ट को होल्ड भी करते हैं, एट द सेम टाइम मेडिटेशन भी करते हैं, तो मैं उनका इंटरव्यू लेना चाह रहा था। तो उससे रिलेटेड अगर कोई आपकी तरफ से सर कोई सहायता मिल पाए, एक जेन्युइन रिसर्च पेपर मैं करना चाह रहा हूँ सर। और मैंने उसका कॉपीराइट भी फाइल किया हुआ है, जो मैंने एक डायग्राम बनाया है, आप चाहें तो मैं आपको भी भेज दूंगा सर। और वो कॉपीराइट के लिए मैंने फाइल किया है डायग्राम कि कॉस्मिक एनर्जी और मैनेजमेंट एनर्जी का जो अलाइनमेंट है और डिसीजन मेकर्स के लिए वो कैसे फ्रूटफुल है। मतलब इट इज नॉट ओनली फॉर सेंट्स, हमारे आपके जैसे लोगों के लिए, सबके लिए अच्छा है वो। ऐसा सर कुछ बनाया है मैंने।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। यू नो, शुरू में हमने क्या कहा था कि क्रिएटिविटी सो इम्पोर्टेंट, और ये सामने दिखाई दे रहा है कि आपकी क्रिएटिविटी, ओके। आप जो भी कर रहे हो ना, उसमें एक थोड़ा सा ना रिस्क मैनेजमेंट पर थोड़ा सा काम करो।
जी सर।
रिस्क ऑफ फेलियर, उसको कैसे कम किया जाए, ठीक है।
जी।
और रिस्क ऑफ फेलियर जो है ना, देयर आर सर्टेन रिस्क व्हिच आर प्रिवेंटेबल, and those are internal and those are qualitative, ठीक है। तो क्वालिटेटिव को आप क्वांटिफाई नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन अब जैसे कि आप जो वैल्यूज हैं, एथिक्स हैं, अगर आप इंटरनली आप ये सारी चीजें को अगर मैनेजमेंट में लाओ अपने कंपनी में, तो बहुत सारा रिस्क ऑफ फेल्योर कम हो सकता है।
जी सर, बिल्कुल।
तो एक्सटर्नल रिस्क पर तो आपका कंट्रोल है नहीं, किसी चीज का डिमांड कम हो गया, चाहे कोरोना आ गया, कोरोना पर आपका कंट्रोल नहीं है। लेकिन जिस तरीके से इवन इन कोरोना टाइम इंटरनल मैनेजमेंट जो आपका इम्यूनिटी को आप बढ़ाया, अपने हेल्थ को, इंटरनल हेल्थ को बढ़ाया, तो आप कंट्रोल कर पाए, आप ज्यादा विक्टिम नहीं हो पाए। उसी तरह सेम थिंग विद कॉर्पोरेट। कॉर्पोरेट इज ऑल्सो लाइक एन इंडिविजुअल, है ना, वहां भी वही हो रहा है जो आपके हो रहा है। तो रियली गुड टू नो ऑल दैट कि आप कर रहे हैं, और आप अगर आप फोकस्ड वे में करें, so let me assure you, you will get success and you will come out with wonderful result. This is a very
thank you very much sir. सर आपसे मुलाकात करने आ सकते हैं हम?
हाँ कॉलेज, हाँ कॉलेज, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम। कॉलेज आ जाइए एनी टाइम। आपका तो आप यही नोएडा में है, कॉलेज में आ जाइए आप, है ना।
जी सर, मैं इधर ही हूँ गाजियाबाद में, क्राइस्ट यूनिवर्सिटी में।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, आ जाइए, आप आ जाइए।
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, थैंक यू।
ओके ओके, वेलकम वेलकम।
I think we can conclude the session, sir.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So
I thank all the participants. You also thank all of them.
Yes.
They have actively participated in the entire session. I'm really very happy about it. Okay.
So thank you so much, sir, for such an interactive session. And for thank you so much to the dear participants as well for making this session so lively and interactive. Soon we will be sharing the recording on the portal along with a few questions for everyone to answer. So please stay tuned.
Yeah, ma'am, one more thing, one small request. Actually, the material is not updated on the portal, ma'am. Like since last 1 month, I mean, PPTs and other things are not available. So please, can you, please, ma'am?
No, ma'am. I think there is some misunderstanding because the last, I'm only checking in front of you. I'll tell you the exact topic that was updated.
Ma'am, the last topic, the last PPT was like related with positive thinking, I think. From Shreya ma'am, like I if I am not wrong. Afterwards, like जो भी PPTs जो भी मतलब share हुए ना ma'am.
आप वो कह रहे हो, material will be updating, but the videos we have been uploading.
Yeah. And ma'am, few videos they are not currently available, ma'am. उस पे click करते तो आ रहा है कि it's not available. वहाँ से delete हो गए ma'am एक दो videos.
Ma'am, ma'am बता दीजिए कौन सा वाला कह रहे हैं?
Ma'am, I think like in the month of November only like 2 videos like got deleted, ma'am.
If you can message me, एक बार check करके मुझे उन topics के name बता दो, I'll check it. And जहाँ तक material की बात है, जो अभी recently आपके साथ जो PPTs की आप बात कर रहे हैं, जो share किया गया है Zoom पे, I'll
Yeah.
put it on the portal. I'll take it from the speakers and I'll put it on the portal.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you.
And you let me know the names of the sessions on that you cannot see on the portal. I'll get it.
Yeah.
moved.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you so much, everyone, and we can exit from the meeting.